Keep a fire burning, red Joshua representing of a comes out your son. Red. Comes out your son. You burn this wine when I want you shine. The tree of life, them I want you climb, cause them heart no kind. Comes, I say them heart no kind. Buxton massive. Kidaki. Red Hat. Keep a fire burning red in a Joshua representing of a comes out here. Big up Kidaki. Buxton massive. Hey Babylon boy, you going like you like come son. Red.
Never joke, never joke, never joke. Oh, money never, money never, money never, money never, money, money. I know what you conniving, money. Money never, money, money never, money, money. You can keep your conniving money. When you've been a corrupt, in a been tell me money. Now because your money done, you come with conniving money. When you had your pocket full, in a been tell me money. Now because your money done, you hustle to tell me money. Yes, money never, money never, money, money never, money, money. Now I don't want you conniving money. Neighbor, neighbor, joker. Neighbor, neighbor, joker. Neighbor, neighbor, joker. That's all the money that me walk for. A 2 pound note and a guilder piece. A 2 pound note and a guilder piece. A 2 pound note and a guilder piece. This is all the money that me walk for. I said money neighbor, money neighbor, money, money neighbor, money, money. I don't want you conniving money. Oh, Joseph.
Guyana and Guyanese, at home and abroad. Tune in to Guyanese Morning Time, hosted by Kadaki Amsterdam, where the sun always shines. Guyanese Morning Time, the people call it Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese Morning Time. The people call it Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again. We rise up early morning watching Comes TV, where wisdom and knowledge, yes, it is the key. Exposing corruptions over land and sea, where the wicked politician they try to trick me. Guyana is a land for everybody. With 6 races should live in harmony. Is one set of people getting aisle money. Is one set of people doing the thievery. Beep, Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again. This is a program that you all can see. Sharing your views and your integrity. Like it, comment and share it all around. Pass it to your neighbor, safe and sound. A sad situation going on in the song. The voice of the people is getting trampled down. Out of the mouths of babes and sucklings, which has ordained me to sing. I sing Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, fooling the people. You're promoting evil. Stop lying to the people. You are a part of the cycle. Stop fooling people. You're promoting evil. Stop lying to the people. You are a part of the cycle. I say Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again. They got Breakford, Bork, and Mark Benchcop. David Hines and Kadaki Amsterdam. Sherrod Duncan, Nigel London. Normal Brown and Gavin Matthews. Big up Pastor, poor people governor. Simona Brooms, Robin Simpson. Hampton Green and Winston Jordan. And yes, we can go right on and on. Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again.
The relatives and friends of young Wyndham Bacchus, they deserve justice. The family, the relatives and friends of our in Boston, they deserve justice. The family, the relatives and friends of Peter Henley, they deserve justice. And so when we say that Guyana is an apartheid state, we have the evidence to show.
All right, so today we are here at Club Twilight up in Buxton, and we are here to talk about all that's going on up here. Trust me, if you are on the East Coast, you're in Buxton, you're in town, you're looking for a place to get away to, this is the place. The Cutters, mwah. Listen, I'll be having some just now again. We'll talk about that. And then, of course, the ambience is beautiful, fully air conditioned. The decor is on point. The music's on point. Everything's on point. It's just me. I need some work. But everything else that belongs to this club here is on point. So if you want to find a nice little place where you can just drive out of town and have some drinks, have some food, you can call, you can order your stuff and just take it. You don't have to stay. Or if you want to stay here, that's what's up. And of course, they have special events for Valentine's. You can rent a hall. You could rent a hall, honey. You could rent a hall for weddings, for birthday parties, to have a bash. I hope he edits that out. But you know, whatever it is, this is definitely the place to be. So it's on Sideline Dam. You definitely want to ensure that you check this place out. But it's on your to-do list. All right, on your to-do list. This is definitely the place to check out, you know, a really cool, chill spot here in Buxton. I like this. This is Buxton needed this. We needed this. I needed this. You definitely needed too. Thank you. All right, so you might be wondering where we are, still in Buxton at Club Twilight. That's where we are. So Club Twilight also has like an Airbnb as well. So you could come, drink, drunk, and come in the back here and lie down. Look at that. Look at that. Perfection. And the people come in the room and so on. The bed sheet matching the blind, matching the carpet, matching the this, matching the that. We know but we things in Buxton don't play with we. So definitely if you want to come and, you know, you may be having a wedding or whatever and you just want to overnight and just have a good time because you're going to be drunk. We got too much road accidents. So you definitely want to come, drink, have a good time. They have several rooms that you can rent. You have your toilet, you have your bath, you have your sink, you have your dining area, you have the bed. This is nice. I like it. Anyways, to my friends and my family, if you're looking for me, I'll be overnighting. Also for those persons who are traveling in from overseas, you want a nice, cozy place out of town, then Club Twilight, call them up, look them up on social media. They have their own Facebook page, and ensure that you come up the side and have a good time. Have a good time. Have a good time. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's it.
You can get meat anywhere, but for the best cuts of chicken, beef, pork, mutton, and lots more, check out T and W Harris Butcher Shop located in the East Rheinveld Market meat section. Call us on 609-7168, 641-4494. Ask for Rastaman. T and W Harris Butcher Shop for the best in fresh cut meats and lots more.
Are you looking for tents to rent? Well, look no further. At Easy Party Rentals, Sideline and Boxer North, we have tents in all sizes and colors. All sizes of tents we have. Small tents, big tents, medium tents, extra large tents. Call us on 622-5933. We have what you need. Easy Party Rentals. Big on tents. Are you hosting an event? Do you need ice, party ice in large or small quantities? Then call us at 622-5933 for the best party ice available. $1,000 per bag. We do delivery. EC Crystals, Sideline Dam, Buxton North. Call to have your orders filled today.
My Guyana, my Guyana, my Guyana. My Guyana, El Dorado, rest of all the world away. In my heart wherever I wander, memory enshrineth thee. All my hopes and aspirations, all my longings only tie everlasting bonds around us as the fleeting years roll by. My Guyana, El Dorado, my Guyana, times unfolding and for my destiny, to redeeming lasting splendor for the years that lost to thee. And the dawning of thy glory o'er the long, long night is past. Oh, arise, triumphant, glorious, from the ashes of the past. Oh, arise, triumphant, glorious, from the ashes of the past. Guyana, oh my lovely native land, more dear to me than all the world I see washed on this strand. Pour down upon the borders, looking out upon the deep, the great Atlantic flowed into a fury. For asleep at morn, at noon, or entering the crimson sunset's glow, I love thee, I love thee, I love thee. Oh, beautiful Guyana, oh, my lovely native land, more dear to me than all the world I see washed on this ground. Pour down upon the borders, looking out upon the deep, the great Atlantic flowed into a fury. Flowed into a fury. Asleep at morn, at noon, or entering the crimson sunset's glow, I love thee, I love thee, I love thee, I love
So let us begin now to show loyalty to Guyana by showing love and respect for all Guyanese.
My brothers, my sisters, we will live and die here together. Our motto, one people, one nation, one destiny. For harmonious living, cooperation will be forever. In work and play as we live as strong Guyanese.
Guyana, I want to serve my country. Guyana, beautiful, happy and free. Guyana, let's cooperate with our government to help develop Guyana the free.
Well, it's time we settle all the racials in the interior. Our natural resources are there in great quantity. And we will do farming and establish towns by the border. We'll grow more food so we could fill all Guyanese.
My greatest desire is to serve my country, Guyana, and sincerely help Guyana to move along. Our government asks us, and we study hard and we learn the things that will help Guyana to become strong. Guyana, I want to serve my country. Guyana, beautiful, happy and free. Guyana, let's cooperate with our government to help develop Guyana the free. To help develop Guyana the free.
My daughter was diagnosed with medulloblastoma. Lily lost the
If you wanna live, treat me good. If you wanna live, I beg you treat me good. I'm like a walking razor, don't you watch my size, I'm dangerous. Said I'm dangerous. I'm like a walking razor, don't you watch my size, I'm dangerous. Dangerous. If you are a bully, treat me good. If you are a bully, I beg you treat me good. I'm like a stepping razor, don't you watch my size, I'm dangerous. Dangerous. I'm like a stepping razor, don't you watch my size, I'm dangerous. Dangerous. If you are a jockey, nobody jockey for me. If you are a jockey, nobody jockey for me. Yeah. I'm like a stepping razor, don't you watch my size, I'm dangerous. I'm so dangerous. I'm like a chopping razor, don't you watch my size, I'm dangerous. Dangerous. If you eat asphalt, you treat me good. If you drink lead soup, you better treat me good. I'm like a stepping razor, like a stepping razor. Don't you watch my side. Dangerous, dangerous. If you are bull bucker, nobody buck from me. Yeah. If you are dopey, away from me. I'm like a stepping razor. Don't you watch my side. Stepping, walking like I'm dangerous, dangerous. If you wanna live, treat me good. Warning you, if you wanna live, you better treat me good. I'm like a stepping, walking, cutting, flicking, jumping, chopping, walking. I'm dangerous, I'm dangerous. I'm like a stepping, jumping, fixing, jumping, boring. I'm dangerous, I'm dangerous. If you drink, mother, treat me good. And if you eat break, treat me good. I'm like a flashing light in a rolling thunder. I'm dangerous, dangerous. I'm like a stepping razor. Don't you watch my size. I'm dangerous, I'm dangerous. Oh, how I know so cool enough. What that guy come put him mouth through the spot in Charlie and think so well. Never chuck through the earth. And I said God is there. Don't smile, man, and make your face stop hurt you, man. Treat me good. If you wanna live, you better treat me good. I know some bluntly. You don't go through 1/5 of the tribulation with I know. Only a name would be here to represent. If you wanna live, you coulda drink lead soup. I'm dangerous. You coulda eat asphalt. I'm dangerous. You coulda eat bread for crackers. I'm dangerous. But I not look no war. I'm dangerous. Look how this father but he's dangerous. I saw the sun. I'm dangerous.
Hey, morning, everybody. Hey, morning. Welcome to another program of GUYANESE Morning Time. I am your host, Kidaki Amsterdam. How you doing? How was it yesterday? How was it last night? How are you this morning? How hopeful are you that you're living in a democracy or you will eventually live in a democracy? How hopeful are you that you will live in what people might consider a normal society? How hopeful are you? What are your expectations? What can we all do to change this backwardness that is Ghana? Y'all tell me. By now, all of you are on the news and you get the news and you know the news and you hear the news and you're analyzing the news and so on. You see the video and you're wondering, oh God, this Buxtonian upstart again. I will be an upstart as long as it is necessary. My yesterday was liberating, Chanel. Thank you for asking. I had a liberating yesterday. I liberated a lot of people from the fears. And I liberated a lot of people also from the ill-gotten rights, or what they believe was their ill-gotten rights. So this morning we're going to talk about that video. We definitely will talk about the video. We'll talk about all the social media comments and commentary and so on and commentators, including Rick Ford Burke. I'm not one to choose a fight, but I usually tell people I stand my ground. If it's a fight you want, I can stand up and we can fight. Whether verbally or physically. I try to avoid altercations with people. Me as a Barnabas walking my corner, ask anybody. All in Buxtonian they say. Ask Buxtonians how frequent they see me on the road. I don't be on the road because I always try to avoid, if you can call it, contact with people who might be an aggravation to my spirit, and I might be an aggravation to their spirit, because some people just want to hear my name and let us be aggravated. Imagine when they see me. So I just stay in my corner, me as a banner stay in my corner, but I also don't cower in fear when I have to defend my space. I don't. I know Jellyback man, I saw a Jamaican female preaching the other day, she said, man must be man. I ain't gonna be no Jellyback. I'm telling y'all, and I say it ever so often, and people, especially those who are dear to me and close to me and the love of my life and so on. I think I'm getting emotional. They don't like to hear me say it. I don't think I've seen my daughter cry, but I've heard her cry. For the love of her father, I've heard her cry. But I put her to sit down and I explained to her why what I do is necessary to be done. Why I stand up the way I stand up in this society. It's okay to cry. It is okay to cry. It is okay to be fearful. It is okay. We're just human beings. You're just a human being. But it is not okay to roll over and allow people to trample on your rights. Because they say, get them a inch, take a yard, get them a yard, they take a mile. From the time people know are using a nasty term, y'all forgive me. From the time people know they could tickle your BT with a little finger, they're going to eventually try for pushing their foot. And that is what has been happening in this society. Everybody lives in fear. You look at the video, you look at the comments, you look at the reaction, everybody is celebrating. But celebrating what? We are celebrating. Everybody is celebrating that a driver, because that is how most people identify the situation, a driver confronting the bullies at the Universal Church at Charlotte and Wellington Street over parking spot. Everybody's celebrating that because somebody finally do it. The city council gonna clear the place. We got more place to park. But all of us were sitting on our laurels, zipping our mouth, muttering under our breaths, and doing nothing about it. And even when this driver decided that he can stand his ground, what Guyanese people chose to do is to stand up as onlookers. Stand up as onlookers with their mouth open, perhaps standing in awe, videoing. Instead of lending their voices to speak out. Against this group of people trying to bully citizens out of their rights. I see people talking about Brazilian pastor and Spanish pastor. And listen, let me make it clear. That situation there had nothing to do with me for race and ethnicity and nationality. It was a simple case of me get a right for parking, you not get a right to cordon off this whole stretch of place and tell me can't park. I've seen several people complain about that situation on social media, on TikTok, but nobody decided they're gonna build the cat. I didn't set out to build the cat. I set out to defend my right to park on a public parapet. The pastor has himself and congregation to congratulate for escalating it, going viral, and bringing an immediate closure to the situation. At least I hope it's an immediate closure to the situation. Cork Van Eyden said you exercised great patience yesterday. I will remind you, all of you, every single one of you, even my haters, I from Buxton Baghdad side. I can be very arrogant, but I'm not ignorant. I am not ignorant. I can be very arrogant. And the definition of me being very arrogant is dependent on the people who are ready to judge me and assess my behavior. Because in my own being, in my own mentality, I don't set out to be arrogant. I set out to be honest, and I address issues as I see them. I call it for what I see it. Some people, when a child is like that, they say the child is disrespectful. He manage, he full of himself. When an adult is like that, they label the adult arrogant. Well, whichever way I want to label me, the one thing I know is that I know to speak truth and speak truth to all levels of power. But I'm not ignorant. I stand my ground, I take my stance, I say what I have to say based on knowledge. I'm not perfect. I'm not a custodian of all the knowledge in the world, so they got some things I might slip on. Some things I might slip on, or something might slip me. But I try to inform myself and stay informed and up to date for the greater part, because I like talk. I named Boss Mouth Patsy according to my friend. I like talk. And so if you like talk, you got to get your facts right. But before I continue to lament, let me share the video with you. I know I want to see the video. Those who haven't seen it, because we go in this video frame by frame. Trust me. I intend to go this video frame by frame. It might sound funny, but I want to go this video frame by frame. Let me get you a little lead up to this situation. On the 31st of October, I remember the date. You know why I remember the date? That's the day I went to court. For the ERC or police matter, whichever one that was thrown out. Talk about that, I got called Nigel, message Nigel, senior counsel. I went to court, or I was going to court. As usual, most people, when they're going anywhere, they look for parking closest to that. I usually calculate, if I'm going to court, there are two places I will go to look for parking. Either down Wellington Street, Wellington and in the vicinity of Wellington, or that corner, I don't know if that is George Street, just behind the Breakdown Police Station, between the Breakdown Police Station and St. Stanislaus College. Right? But I always say, whichever presents itself first, I will take, because I don't know what's happening at the farthest place. And I don't want to be running all over looking for parking. And it's a cold morning. Good. So, in fact, I got my story mixed up. Because the cold morning, I was broadcasting live with you guys. And I searched in that area for parking. And I ended up at King Street, King and Charlotte. There was a parking right on King Street, the very last spot. And when I fit the vehicle there, because of the size of the vehicle, I didn't like how it was set. I said, nah, me like this position here. This ain't nice because your tail exposed. I reversed and I straightened up and I went into Charlotte Street itself, opposite the court, and I found the parking there. It took a while to fit the vehicle properly and parked, and I went to court. Matter finished. I uplifted the vehicle and I drove. For some reason, I had some business to tend. I couldn't remember exactly what it was. Maybe I was going and looking for food. I got a lady that sells street food that I would support every now and again on Wellington Street itself. So I had to find parking. I came around and there it was. This whole section on Charlotte Street in front of the Universal Church cordoned off. I want parking. There's public parking. Not a single vehicle is in this area. It's cordoned off. I proceeded to remove a section of the cordon to park. A young man, slightly differently abled, at least that's my assessment of him, jump in front of you and say, you can't park here. I said, why you can't park here? Because it's a church parking. I said, this is not a church parking, I can park here. As I'm turning into park, he is putting the thing back in front of my vehicle. In the haste, I put the vehicle in neutral. I mentioned this to you guys before when Winston John was on the program last week, I think. I put the vehicle in neutral, but I didn't engage the handbrake. And I jumped out of the vehicle. And because the vehicle was on an incline, it started rolling forward. I immediately rushed back into the vehicle, stopped it, and engaged the handbrake. Came out, removed the thing that he put in front of the vehicle, and parked my vehicle. I left and I went about my business. When I came back, there were about 4 of them out there accusing me of driving the vehicle on the young man. If you listen to the video yesterday, you hear one of them say, I drive the vehicle on the young man. I don't know if you could drive a vehicle from the outside. I'm not aware that vehicle struck him. I'll tell you that. But I'm saying, even if the vehicle struck him, not while I was inside of the vehicle, it was when the vehicle was rolling forward because I did not engage the handbrake. I am responsible for engaging the handbrake, yes. He aggravated the situation. I was forced to come out of the vehicle to engage him. They accused me of, in fact, I might get a video on the phone, hitting the young man. Of course, I didn't. I mean, it nobody. I know about hitting nobody. I didn't drive any vehicle on anybody. That came and went. I left and I went about my business. About a week after, a Saturday this time, I'm looking for parking. Here again, we are in front of UCKG, not a single vehicle on the parapet. This time I did not have to move any cordon because there was a spot open. I swung in to park my vehicle. Here is this young man again. You can't park here. I said, call the police. That's all I said. I said, if I can't park here, you call the police. Just call the police, man. You call the police. Because I don't park here, you call the police. I locked my vehicle, went about my business. I came back, I went into my vehicle without incidents. Fair enough. Yesterday, fast forward to yesterday. The first occasion, they said disrespectful. I could have asked to move the cordon. I could have asked permission. Yesterday I drove up. The place is cordoned off. 2 of them or 3 of them outside on the front of the church. I said, good morning. The last time I moved the coordinator to park, y'all say I needed to ask. So I'm asking you kindly, may I get a parking spot? No, you can't park here. Why? Because it's a church parking. I said, sir, this is public parking. You can't park here. We have a parking lot over there. I said, the church has a parking lot over there? No. The area has a parking lot over there. I said, so you're telling me I must leave the public parking to go and ask BRE to park in their private parking lot? I would rather not. I want to park on this public parking. I got out. I removed the obstacle from in front of my vehicle and I proceeded to park. Again, the same young man was attempting to block my vehicle. I said to him, please remove yourself from in front of my vehicle if you don't want to aggravate me this morning. He moved, he went running around the building. Was it to go for the enforcers? Whatever, I don't care what it was. I parked my vehicle, I locked the doors, I went about my business. And for those who are saying it looks as though my vehicle was encumbering the pavement, I encourage all of you, go and check again. Check again. Ask anybody who knows me. I don't encumber pavements with my vehicle. A couple of years ago, those of you who've been following this page would know that I did a video with the Biharis blocking up the pavement right on Charlotte Street with their vehicles and causing a visually impaired man to walk in the middle of the street. I did that video right on this program, on this platform. And so when I park, I am very, very considerate. This is something people don't know about me. Like I said, I like walking the car. I try my best not to even get a traffic ticket. Because I know there is so much hatred for me from this government and their operatives that even a traffic ticket would you paint me as the worst human being on the face of the Guyanese earth. And so I walk a very thin line. I am not going to give up my rights. I will stand for my right as a citizen of this country. Regardless of ethnicity or nationality, I will stand for my right. Regardless of standard or station in life, I will stand for my right. And in the same way, I try not to infringe on anybody else's. So if you hadn't known about me, no. And so I completed my business. And I walked because I went east to do my business. And then I had to go west to another transaction. And so I was coming back from the west. In short, I was coming back from Camp Street, walked up Charlotte Street, heading towards Wellington. And this is what I experienced, what I saw. This is what I saw. You see that vehicle there, PAH 4627? It's perhaps a Honda vessel. Y'all see the vehicle? From a distance, I saw that vehicle parked directly behind me. You see the edge of my vehicle over the yellow line? I see some people say they got a yellow line there. You ain't supposed to park there. I wish some people would understand the signage, road signage, and so on and so forth. Any parking you park behind that line, none part of your vehicle is supposed to be over that line. Otherwise, the police will charge you. Right? So there we are. PAH 4627 parked behind my vehicle with a hazard light on. I think they will call that double parking. I don't know what they're calling it. But From I recognize that, I say, like, these people locked in my vehicle, and it looked like we're going to get a problem, and I start recording. I started recording. So by the time I got to where my vehicle was, follow the conversation now.
Oh, he's the guy. You're the guy driver?
Yes, I'm the driver.
Why you keep doing this?
Why keep doing what?
Why you keep parking?
Why you keep doing this?
Because this is our.
How
you record? Okay, let us record. Let us record.
This is
Okay, let us record.
As
Let us
long
record.
as you're
This guy
here,
here, this guy. Let me show.
You show what you like.
This is this place.
You show what you like.
You say what?
You show what you like. I have a right to park.
No, you don't.
Well,
This guy is here. This guy, I want to see if you're gonna drive me out. I want to see you drive me out. Record. Make sure you record. Make sure you record.
You can choose to stand here. You can choose to stand here. I am ready to remove my vehicle to come on to the public road and inside of a private zone. There is no private zone.
You are in a private zone. I don't care.
At that point, because I told you we're going to go this video frame for frame, they decided they were going to stand at the back of my vehicle and prevent me from leaving. And dare me to reverse on them. Well, folks, I tell y'all, I like y'all see my face when I tell you something. Y'all notice I went back into the vehicle, I started the engine, and I engaged the vehicle in reverse. But because, like I say, arrogant and ignorant, I allowed better sense to prevail. You know what I say? Kid, I can't say, you can't go to jail, you know, but you're going to waste time. And I ain't going to let nobody waste me time. I ain't got the time to waste. That is when I disengaged the vehicle, turned it off, and came out to this point.
We are recording. Drive us out. Kick us out. Go ahead, Go ahead. Knock us down. Knock us down. We are recording. Knock us out. Knock us out. Knock us out. Knock us down. Knock me down. Knock me down. Knock me down.
There is a Guyanese attacking nationality now. Because as a citizen, you're supposed to at least know the city by laws of your own country and the laws of your own country. And here is a Guyanese telling me that I should have asked. I needed to ask. And I overdoing the thing, right? And so on and so forth. Let me allow her to speak because I got a song for her just now. But let her speak. Let her speak.
You can't stop me. This is public property for as long as
you notice ownership, this is we own. What Barry? This is beyond Godberry. What is Black Sister owns at UCKG? This is beyond. But let's continue. That's not the purpose of my discourse. That's a young man. See him in the parking vest, if you want to call it that. That's a young man. Slightly differently abled. Some people say handicap. That can lead us to address another issue in terms of taking advantage on the disadvantage. Taking advantage on the disadvantage. They know that, so they can't do any better. But this is a song for the two sisters and the same brother who seem to believe that they have the right to defend the rights of people who believe that they got a right to take away the rights of citizens to park on the public parapet.
I want to be rich. Wishing for more money.
I'll tell you this. I know for years this song has been offensive to Christians. But this song comes from a place of experience, perhaps. And I want to commend Shaggy for it. If you're offended, I'm sorry that you'll be offended. But this suits my purpose, quite frankly, this morning.
Please don't embarrass me. Fix up yourself. Come, fix up your shirt.
If you take this too serious, then you really need some church. When I go church from how long, rather sleep through the morning and put on a slam. But me woman, she a pressure me to go confession. So me decide to go and kill the conversation. So me sit down right beside Sister Pam, who a tell me everything about the congregation. About Sister Paulette and her gay husband and how she still asleep with the minibus man. Sister Gwen claim she a Christian, but last night them catch her in a stone love session. She a do the dirty dance to the Mataran song, and I say she get the thing them from Baby Sham. Y'all tell me about the one deacon who a drive the big Benz away him get money from. That's why nobody no want give no collection. No see the church roof a leak away him really depend. Every Sunday is a competition. This enough of them a go like them in a name brand. That they sitting wish we come out of some junk pattern with the camphor bar smell that a no new fashion. Then she proceed fit about the man. Them only come a service we look church man and we pull up the gal and talk about religion. But we couldn't say nothing because me know me a one. Sunday now miss me. Yeah, man. So Papa can't sleep so. Yeah, man. Don't sign some for your sister. Yeah, man. Have to secure me walk through the pearly gate. Next Sunday now miss me. Yeah, man. So Papa can't sleep so. Yeah, man. Don't sign me for your sister. Yeah, man. Have to secure me walk through the pearly gate.
Confession the other day from a young man. And the confession, he turned some of my members in my church. Members like the one that with champagne glass with diamond in the name. Members like the church is so going around and dating, man. And members like the other brothers sisters in the church that's going to go club and a special sister who doing dirty wine.
Me a going to go church from how long, rather sleep through the morning and put on a slam. But me woman she a pressure me to go confession. So me decide to go and kill the conversation. So me sit down right beside Sister Pam, who a tell me everything about the congregation. About Sister Paulette and her gay husband and how she still asleep with the minibus man. Sister Gwen claim she a Christian, but last night them catch her in a stone love session. She a do the dirty dance to the Mataran song, and I say she get the thing them from Baby Shark.
Church Eden, just because they're bearing false witness, I can't see them as anything else. The good book said, judge not, or yes, lest ye be judged. But here this good Christian woman was from the UCKG judging me. What kind of Muslim you be? Is a wicked Muslim. I guess y'all see the planets, right? Y'all see the really bad problem, the 22. The man rushed to the collection box or whatever you call it and drive for 22. Right? I want you to see. A lot of people say, Mr. Amsterdam, you got a lot of patience. Since the man lash up me vehicle, I did lash up his head. Since the man lash up me vehicle, I did lash up his head. Well, again, I'm going to repeat. I'm arrogant, but I ain't ignorant. The man lash up the vehicle, he ain't touch me, you know. And I ain't, as far as I'm concerned, he ain't do no damage to the vehicle, you know. That's material thing. I ain't going to bust a man's skin for lashing a vehicle. But like I dare them, touch me, touch this physical, and I'm prepared to defend it. So when he was 32, 22, 42, whatever, I guess he imagined that that was going to intimidate me, right?
Drive us out! Drive us out! Drive us out! Drive me out!
I guess all the shouting and screaming in my face, he intended to intimidate me. That don't work for me. Them who know me, me close them, they say, you're from boxing back there and say, you're stubborn like a jackass. It's not that I'm stubborn. It's that I believe in what I believe.
Quiet! Let the record show. We are recording.
And thank you to those of you who say I got great restraint or I show great restraint. The thing that a lot of people haven't paid attention to may not, what a lot of people missed. The situation could have escalated. It could have escalated because it could have escalated in several directions. The pastor went and he drove E22. It means he could have shed some blood. Man could have chopped me, man. Or as we like to do in the countryside, or as we like to do, the man could have did some good broadside for me. Y'all hear the man show down his blade there? So the man could have did two chop in me, could have did two broadside in me. But on the flip side, he could end up with a bullet. He could end up with a bullet for advancing on a man with a cutlass. He could end up with a bullet. Whether a passerby give you a bullet, or the man that he advanced on give you a bullet. But then you would hear, like they like to say, is a man of God, a man of ungodliness. And note, I am trying my best not to discuss religion and people's religion. I'm discussing the incident and the behavior. I could have reversed on them and killed people or injure people. They could have injured me with the cutlass. They could have double banked me and beat me to pulp. But I could say brandishing with cutlass could have caused him to end up with a bullet, or several people to end up with bullets. But I guess none of them consider that. But thank God this arrogant Buxtonian at all time remain focused. Very focused. And like y'all say, show a lot of restraint. I've been saying on this program all the time, there are different ways to protest. There are different ways to fight. Like I said, I'm going to the police. I left, and instead of going to Buxtonian police station, me as a man, I value my time. You don't like waste time. Y'all should know that by now. I always got so much to do because I gotta live. I gotta live, and I gotta live a legacy for my next generation. I went to Regent and Wellington Street where the traffic ranks were because this is a traffic matter, perhaps. Right? And I engaged the traffic rank there. I told him I parked on the parapet, whatever, these people are standing behind my vehicle, preventing me from moving. I would like his intervention. The traffic rank said, me can't leave my duty station. So what I do? I can't leave my duty station, sir. You go and reverse your vehicle, they got to move. So here is a citizen asking an officer of the law to intervene and resolve an issue that could escalate. And the officer of the law say, well, I station here, and this is where I station, and I ain't gonna move, and I can't move, and you go and reverse the vehicle, and them got to move. But again, this arrogant, racist, consider the implications of that. When I reversed the vehicle, broke up the arms and limbs and body, who is left to face the music? Who's left to face the music? Me? Nobody can take me freedom from me, so. Me first grade, first class, education, according to my friend Flash. prepare me for this struggle, man. I don't give it up so easy. I went back there. Unfortunately, they chose to stand in the lobby of the church. I got into my vehicle and I go about my business. I posted the video to the media people and the discourse started. Again, there is no functional literacy in this society. This is what I want to call it. No functional literacy. As an officer of the law, you're supposed to recognize that these people are engaged in activities that could warrant a breach of the peace. These people are engaged in an act that could escalate and people could dead, etc. But I guess that is their training. You are not to leave your duty station. Even if people go dead, you could go after. You could go after. Girl, I got a smartphone, and my smartphone is smarter than me. I don't get 2 photographs of the guy. Not that I'm ready for throw you up there or anything. I see a lot of people saying this. Kidaki should go to the police station. They got a lot of crime there, threatening behavior, false imprisonment, etc., etc. Yeah, all of that is true. What is also true is that we don't have an efficient judiciary. We ain't got no efficient judiciary. I am going to make a report today, and then 2 days after the police calling me for statement, and then 2 weeks after the police calling me for another statement because they can't find a statement, and this matter going to prolong, and I ain't got the time to waste. The authorities see the video, and I'm sure the authorities can take action based on that video because I've seen the authorities taking action on several matters based on video evidence. And so if they're serious about wanting to take action, let them take action. And if they need me when they started taking action, maybe I will make myself available. In the meantime, I good, you know. I good. The one thing that I've proven, and I hope Guyanese are paying attention to, is that I don't need, nor do we need 100 million people to stand up to change the situation. The more of us stand up, the better. The more of us stand up, the better. But if each of us decide that we are not going to be fearful, we are going to stand our ground for what is right, we will get changes. We will get changes. Yesterday it was Kiraki Amsterdam who stood up. You had dozens of people standing around, and not one of them came to the side of Kiraki Amsterdam and stood up and say, I am with him. I'm with him. Even because of nationality, I am Guyanese like he is. And so I'm standing with my Guyanese brother on this one. Even if I ain't sure you're right. I said support was wrong. But they know that I was right. Because while at Regent Street, several of them passed me right at Regent Street and they say, and they know me too, Mr. Amsterdam, you're right. It's public parapet. They're overdoing it. But none of them join me standing there to add their voices to that. Maybe if they had done that, it would not have even reached to the man pulling a cutlass. Huh? Just me standing my ground has resulted in the city council issuing a statement and removing the barricades, the encumbrances as they call them. The question I want to ask y'all is, how many more encumbrances are there around the city that city council has not moved? We teaching the flock jail and Somerset Johnson is up to he and the flock. They got to know what they're learning. They got to know what they're learning and what they're exposing their children to and their household to. This on them, this not me. I will give you all a fun fact just now before I open the lines. How many more encumbrances are there around the city that City Hall must remove and insist that it stay removed? I see some people are saying it's bad for business because people just come and park their vehicle in front of your business place for lengthy hours. The city management, the Guyana police force, for the, and I always say this, these people travel around this world and they see things. They travel to experience the best, but they don't try to implement anything like that in this country so that Guyanese can enjoy a better quality of life and living. In the US, for my short stay there, I spent about a week, I think, and morning Jose, morning Saddle. Morning, all those of you who made my stay comfortable in the US and took me to places where I got education. There are places in the US where you can park your vehicle even for free. But there's a time limit by which you can park. And those places are monitored. So if you are parked in a place for more than 20 minutes, if the allotted time is 20 minutes, if you park there for more than 20 minutes, when you come, you reach a ticket on your vehicle. You got paid. See, Danise is saying the same thing. They could put up limited parking time. The wheels of industry must turn. Private sector must do business. I don't park in front of people's business entrance and block it. I wasn't parking in front of the entrance of the church to block it. I didn't ride my vehicle up onto the pavement to encumber it. So what? Because you got business, nobody else ain't got right. It's only the moneyed class got rights. Guyanese got for done with this nonsense. In a commercial district, people got parked. They got to go and buy from them very stores that didn't want people park. The city government must regulate that parking. Whether they choose parking meter or whether they choose traffic monitors is up to them. But people must be given limits to where you could park. This area is a 20-minute parking zone. This area is a 30-minute parking zone. This area is a no parking zone. And you have your monitors dealing with that. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. These are examples that have already been set around the world. There are so many examples in the Caribbean and further afield that Guyana's government, Guyanese people can adapt. Instead of the negatives, there are positive examples that will change the way we live and our quality of life. Everybody building 100 million story building, but not one level of that building caters to the parking. So there's no customer care. We don't care how the customer parks. We don't care how the customer finds parking. We don't care if the customer's vehicle has to be left open to people breaking and entering it and vandalism and all of that. So long as the customer comes into our business to spend their hard-earned cash, that is what we are concerned with. That is what we're concerned with. Guyanese have to demand more. We have to demand better. And it's not every time one man taking a stand is going to change the situation. Sometimes it means more of us have to stand together to change the situation. You know, my intention this morning was to come and tell all of you here, let us go tomorrow morning and park at Charlotte Street in front of the church. That was my intention, but City Council intervened, so I don't have any need to call on anybody to go and park in front of the church. But why is it one citizen got to be calling people to protest this and protest that and protest the other and protest the next? It's only I got sense, it's only I seeing that something is wrong in this society. It's only I recognize that you can't only sit on social media and talk about it, but you have to take a stand whenever it is necessary to take a physical stand. We got political leaders, we got civil society leaders, we got religious leaders, we got cult leaders, we got all kind of leaders. But where you are leading and where you are leading to, I would like to know. Anyhow, I got one more tune I want to play for these sisters. But I said I was going to give you a fun fact before Mobile Line. Y'all notice how I took my education and I used it yesterday? I stuck with the Queen's English. I didn't cuss nobody. I didn't talk about race. I didn't talk about nationality. I didn't talk about looks. I didn't talk about no. I didn't even talk about politics. That is a demonstration of my sense of occasion. For those who wondering if I could be neutral, that's my testimony, let me call it that, to having a sense of occasion. And the fun fact is this: when you all hear cussing, I just be kicking. When I am goddamn serious, I go to the Queen's English. So y'all take warning. If I talking to you and I cussing, I taking kicks. I ain't as serious or I am not as angry as I could get. But when I get to the Queen's English, be very mindful. That's the fun fact for today. So if you didn't know, you know now. Right? If you didn't know, you know now. Let's enjoy love in there. We got a song for every situation. Every situation that they could create, we got a song. This
Maybe I should just go by Peter now?
No,
Play
two
love in
Christians, just cool. You know in this. This one is about those people who curse the sinners, then turn around and do the things that give true Christians a bad name. Them a one day Christian, them a one day Christian. 6 days a week, they doing all kind of wrong. Sunday dress up in a white, sacred cow with the attitude holier than thou. They don't mingle with non-Christian folk. They don't wanna be unequally yoked. Them cause me sin at them I want some way because them go to church every Sunday while me in a bed I sleep some more cause me go a party the night before. Them first fornicator, first the crook, but them I do the same when nobody now look. Them a one day Christian, them a one day Christian. 6 days a week they doing all kind of wrong. Sunday dress up in a white, Bible in their hand. Oh Lord, them a one day Christian. Hear this. I miss a one Sunday morning bright and early. Now me I watch a service on TV. See the preacher I cry openly. That aroused my curiosity. So me watch and me listen carefully while the tears of the person flowed freely. Then after a while it occurred to me, the person really a cry for money. Him not cry for the poor family who have to go to bed every night early. Not cry for the South African country where black people trying to be free. Not cry for the youth who are suffer daily. Him a cry for money. But all of them will have to cry some more when the key man lock the door. Key man lock the door. Key man lock the door and down. Yeah. Key man lock the door. Key man lock the door and down. Follow me now, just controlled by greed and vanity. Them a live high with poor people money. They don't give a damn about the congregation as long as you show your collection. Follow me. When my pilot come, I take an aeroplane ride. I will be so happy with the Father by my side. A house is not a home without the Lord inside. So when my pilot come, I take an aeroplane ride. I miss a part in a preach on the pulpit, but when you check it out, I'm a big hypocrite. Sunday night, him in a church, I pray. Monday, him a lead young woman, a straight. One day Christian, never one day Christian. 6 days a week, you're doing all kind of wrong. Sunday, dress up in a white, Bible in the hand. Oh Lord, them a one day Christian. Follow me now, hear this. They are true Christians everywhere, and you me attack, so have no fear. I beg you, don't feel no way. Just hear me when I say there are wolves among the sheep. There are wolves
What happened to today?
among the sheep. Be careful of the company that you keep. There are wolves among the sheep. Key man, lock the door. The key man lock the door and gone. Yeah. Key man, lock the door. The key man lock the door and gone. I me say when my pilot come and take an aeroplane ride, I will be so happy with the Father by my side. A house is not a home without the Lord inside. So when my pilot come, I take an aeroplane ride. Say me can't take the corrupt preacher. Them are the biggest crook, biggest adulterer. These and holy backslider. I go on like them in a soap opera. But thank the Lord for the Inquirer who expose them in the newspaper. Them a one day Christian. Them a one day Christian. 6 days a week.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep your operation running. That's why at Grainger, we're here for you with professional.
I see somebody asking Mr. Amsterdam, why are you doing that? Why are you putting everybody in one basket? Well, child, friend, comrade, if that's your interpretation, you're entitled to it because you're entitled to your interpretation, and I am entitled to my opinion. Okay? peace. That's the arrogant part of me. I ain't gonna argue with you on that. But to Rickford Burke, I saw Rickford Burke comments on Mentor's statement and so on and so forth. Rickford, I don't know about you, but where parking got nothing to do with religion. When I defend me right, it ain't got nothing to do with race and religion and ethnicity and nationality. Right is right, wrong is wrong. The church has a right to clear access to its entrance and exit. I don't know if it got a right to cordon off an entire parapet. And like the only thing I want to say in closing and opening up the line is, I've always heard them say, it's best to keep your mouth shut and let people think you're stupid than open it and remove all doubts. A lot of people listen to respond, they don't listen to understand. A lot of people respond for likes, they don't respond out of logic. And sad to see, that is the category in which I put your post Rickford work. You're looking for controversy. I ain't looking for controversy. I wasn't looking for controversy. I was defending a right as a citizen. A man who does got to buy you road service license, because anytime they find you without road service license, you're going to face the consequences. And yes, many times we compare the US to Guyana and so on. But the order that is in the US, the order that is the US, is not the order that is Guyana. Maybe the US can afford to give a church an entire block for the parking because they have facilities to accommodate the other citizens. We ain't got it here. We rely on we parapet. Not for you live in a glass house. I built stone. 1 minute. The parable for them Guyanese stone the bottom of the river. You don't know so not. Okay, Rickford. Have a great day. I don't think I'll be responding to you even if you respond to me. I move on. The boat sail already. Call you on. Call you on. Speak.
No, Brother Kedaki, when you have time, give me a shout. You have my number.
All right. I ain't sure it's Uber. I'm going to get a shout.
Or, you know, when you call me.
Good, very well. The lines are open. 6225933 is the number to call. You tune to the Guyanese Morning Time. I do compare the US to Guyana to show in Trump's word what a shithole country we are, despite the fact that our leaders are touring all over the world, the developed world, and posting up photos to show that they're touring the
Morning, Mr. Taki. Morning, viewers. Taki, you exercised good judgment yesterday. Your freedom is more important than that devil. Your freedom is way much more important. You have started something, which I hope it continue. But the biggest thing that should have been happening today is that people should be in front of that church demanding that that man leave the country. I've lived in Bahamas for over 13 years, and you dare not, as a foreigner, you dare not behave like that to a Bahamian because you're going to be on the next flight out. I have seen it. We call them xenophobic, but now that I'm from outside and looking in, I understand why the people behave like that, and they have a right. They protect. It's a Christian society, and down to a pastor dare not behave like that. A foreign pastor dare not behave like that. He's going to be on the next flight out. They have numerous instances where People have been so disrespectful to Bahamians, and you know what? You see, like how people been standing in front of their Bahamians will never ever do that. They would have joined you and tell them, get your nunki out, just so they would have said, get your CCRs, get your nunki out to this country, and immigration would have been landing there ASAP. Haul his ass to the immigration office, and look, this is what you have done. Morally, you have broken every single thing, and you have to leave on the next flight out. You and your family leave it. It's time our people, it ain't done yet, you know. If I was home, I would have been in front there demanding that he leave the country. Demanding that he leave the country. It is not finished. People need to get in front there and let them know, because this year is going to repeat itself. People are going to feel that they could come and do Guyanese anything, say anything to us and get off. We need to take a stance and take a stance now. That's all I have to say this morning. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. Call Leon, good morning.
Yeah, man. Kayaki, I like how you deal with the situation yesterday. I like how you deal with the situation. And the people that are not standing around is to show how much this nation sleeping. Because if you jump in the vehicle and reverse and that, them, the police would have been with you always operating the system, and because you're up against the state, they'll come out there and because reversing the vehicle in a premeditated and chargeable one tongue driving, which is a charge similar to attempt murder. They can use it towards you. And prior to that, the bylaw is leave drainage path, you can walk away. So most of them that went wrong is to show the nation sleeping. And prior to they went wrong, them women were making night with defending the church. Them is fear children. So we don't worry with them. They are lying to the oppressors them. They never know their head from the toe. But I like how you deal with the situation yesterday. They'll come out there real hard. I respect how you deal with the situation. All right, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Call Leon, go ahead, speak.
Good morning, Mr. Amsterdam. A happy Tuesday. What I saw yesterday on that video, you were within your rights, and those people were very disrespectful. And I applaud the way that you conducted yourself. I'm living in the U.S. years, and I don't know what Mr. Burke is talking about. Because in order for you not to park on the public road in front of a church, you have to get permission. And the city puts up a sign, it marks no parking. And it have the arrows, no parking from where to where. So don't listen to the naysayers. You are within your rights.
Thank you for that call. The line remain open. 6225933 is the number to call. We have 15 minutes to program time. You're tuned to the Guyanese Morning Time. Voice note.
Kadaki, blessings and good morning to you, my brother. Blessings to listeners from the diaspora. And blessings to listeners from the four corners of the globe. Karaki, this morning my contribution is Dr. Hines, wherever you is this morning, your show last night, it
Yes, can you hear me? Okay.
was a classic. Dr. Hines, your show last night will go down in the Guinness Book of Record. You mentioned some figures. Slavery went to 400 years. And if we let our guards down, it will go to 800 years. Dr. Hines, you're not lying, you know. You're not lying, because what I see going on in Guyana right now, I ain't buttering up nothing. The PPP Indian government, they're trying to preserve their people. Their people must stay amongst the Indians. They must support the PPP, and the black people in these ghetto areas. They're going inside of there, and they want to mash up the black community to support them, so that they will be in power forever. But Dr. Hines, these black leaders in these ghetto communities, all they have to keep little meetings and things to edify them, to help the youths. Kakaraki, concerning your situation yesterday, God used you yesterday, Kakaraki, to show Guyanese people that universal church, it do have no Jesus there, it do have no God there. When you open all your eyes and see, there is no God there. And I'm saying this without contradiction, because for a man of God to take up a blade in Swahili language, a djembe, and he is a man of God, or professed to be a man of God, Kakaraki, something definitely wrong. Something definitely wrong. But God used you yesterday. He used you so that Guyanese people will open their eyes. And I like how you handle it. You handle it in a professional way, because
Good morning, Brother Kadaki. Blessings to you and your family and to the nation. I don't know why people saying you're right, and right. Brother, you have things to do. You're a wise man and you're doing things. The thing is that what I can understand with people, everybody can tell you you're right, but they are not going to be there with you. They're going to be there on the phone. I'm far away from you that I can't be there. But brother, this whole thing is about these so-called people, these reckless guys that are running the country. You understand? They have no respect for black people. And they are encouraging others. As you know, the people would say you're waiting to think. But brother, you stand your ground. People is to come together. The only thing what I would hope for black people, shut down this country. Shut down the country. Unless you all one thing, you all cannot starve. God don't make the bird starve, so you all cannot starve. Brother, shut down this country, you all gonna see results. Have a blessed day, my brother, and keep strong.
Thank you for that call. It is now 9 minutes to the 9 o'clock hour. We can take one more call. I think there is at least one voice note I will have to play. So if you're going to call quickly, or let me go to my voice note.
Good morning, Kadaki. Because like I ain't get it. Anyway, I saw this matter. I didn't know it. I didn't catch it.
Yes, good morning to you and all my black brothers and sisters in Guyana. Happy Tuesday to all of you guys. First thing first, Flash is responsible for what he say, not how you interpret it. Let me use what God blessed me with. What I asked him for. Lord, bless me with a spirit of remembrance. My majority black people in Guyana, they don't want better for themselves and family. They want to live the same way they live and let two Koliman control them. When you plant pine, Koliman will get you pine, not the flesh inside, but the skin for eat, for destroy your day and day. Can you remember Sarah Lynch come out with 4 Spanish women on Venezuela and said, hey, black man in Guyana, black Guyanese, and you must respect these Spanish women because they're more better than you in your own country. Black man planned that, so that we receive that today. You could remember when black boy was selling on the own street, white parents and bill and grandparents. One Spanish woman running out there with what cutlass up to this day, not when black police or when black soldier go and arrest her. When you plant pine, you're going to receive pine skin, not even the flesh. You see what the Spanish do again? They bring out cutlass again. If it was any other country, that bill would be in fire. If Flash Garden was in Guyana, that become a lot fire. That bill would have been fire. For such a same message. We love you, we accept you, respect us in this country. Like the caller said, none of them would not come to your rescue. But if was some guy said, if was Mohammed, they're going to run for Mohammed who never do, who keep them out. 2025, forget a good life and receive good progress. Mohammed keeping them children for drink sugar water tea, and they don't even realize that black man is black. People is to blame for everything that's happening to them. That's what we just always said. We put in the cat in front of the ass. Where we talking about economic empowerment. When you call him man on the right side, with that, demonstrating that. The Chinese man on the left side, and other foreigners come in the middle. Black man stand nowhere. Are you listening to Flash Garden? It's time for black man get green. Get crazy, get mad, get upset. And most of all, make a sacrifice today. Mohammed is not the future for Ayo. My grandmother teach me cool people love power, money, land, and they love to kill black man. You believe Mohammed go spend his daddy money to make black man be part of economic empowerment in Guyana? Never a day. I will never live. Not in the next generation, next generation. Look what Mohammed did to the black man again. He present himself that he got money. Put me in office. And when I put him in parliament, let me call him, me love to call him because go to jail. Niger youth, when Niger youth become a liar, tell him, hey, begin to announce now every day that the business is not my business, it's my father's business, the gold business. Therefore, the money, not e-money, black money, that. But before he would present himself that he got the money, he's the bill and deal. It is time for black people stand up for the right and get green. It is time for you to go outside there and protest. Stop waiting on program. Program cannot help you what I have to do. I'm tired listening to all these things happening to black people and them children are drinking sugar water every day. Where are them pastors to come out and protest against that pastor with cutlass? Therefore, in a valid black man life in Guyana, look what a Connie lady do, the ex-minister of education. She come the day before and tell black man, are you president? Coming tomorrow and cook up price fire, you must come out. Them say, yeah. And them come out, disrespect them. Before they tell her, hey, we don't want cocoa price. Give me the money, we cook our own cocoa price. Is that a black man turn to majority of them? Turn to that. It's shame and disgrace for black people. It is time for our leaders support to go the day before and say, hey, don't support that nonsense. I see a couple years ago, one country, an African country, send rice to the village. The man said, but they would say, hey, take back this rice and tell them, we want job. Is that what black man need? Job. Forget money, we could have own cocoa price. That is totally disrespect to black people. And non-leader in come out and talk about it. It hot flat garden. Because we are not standing for no nonsense cocoa price. We want future. Our children must have the same what Bonham give us. Education. Bonham provide jobs. From since 92, Jagan never provide jobs, PPP, but then take away education. That means them a conquer black man today. It is time for black people get green. My message to that again, black man get green, stop being some. Me see the same video with the Jamaican lady said, men must be men. Men must stand up as men because God bless them with 2B for be men. It's for black people go outside there and protest. Thank you very much for your time.
Anyway, you did the right. And when it comes to Rickford Burke, when them police got tell up in the house to serve him with papers for a crime where they claim he commit in Guyana, when he never left the US for over 20 plus years, why the hell Rickford Burke didn't look into that? But that is it. Some people got mouth in other people business. Jackass says long, but not in your own story. And when it comes to that, don't take stress. There will be another set of Jim Jones people. And today is the anniversary of the murder of Jim Jones and the tribe. Them next gonna go. You see all them churches, we see they running that helter-skelter all around the place. That is what it does. God for be foot soldier and thing. Who could tell if them mattress mates to them people make the could jump up and get answered? The only time I was going to church is when I want to go to a toilet and I don't have money to pay to use a $100 toilet. I just go there. So that is how I does do in the church. And I'm glad you behave how you behave. And when it comes to people talking about protests, you know a lot of them does protests on the phones and on the computers, but never take the foot to go and protest on Kadaki. The thing we said is, you know, if I know about that, I would have been by your side. Emily would have been by your side, but we know nothing. We are with you all through your trials and tribulations. So, Kadaki, if he didn't know, he would have dead on there. You're certain that when you look out in your time of trials, if you don't see nobody, you don't see two faces, one from the west side and one from the east side. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your call. It is now 2 minutes past the 9 o'clock hour. It is time for me to go. Y'all remember to play a part. Remember to Zap, Zelle, MMG, share the live, invite others to join the page. However, you can help this movement to go contribute to its growth. Spread the word. Spread the word, because unless we spread the word, we're not going to be educating the others who are perhaps yet uneducated. Let us do our part. Let us live what we can live. Okay? Somebody requested that song in. So why not play that song again? And so I will leave with that song for you. I can't find the song. I'm looking for it. Loving There is one of my favorite Jamaican artists. He takes everything and he makes a good joke out of it. Let me call it that. So here's Loving There again. And y'all behave yourself. If y'all can be good, be safe. Or if you can't be safe, be good.
Just cool. You know in this. This one is about those people who curse the sinners.
Hello.
Then turn around and do the things that give true Christians a bad name. Them a one day Christian. Them a one day Christian. 6 days a week they're doing all kind of wrong. Sunday dress up in a white, Bible in their hand. Oh Lord, them a one day Christian. Oh Lord, them a holler for the Lord, holler for the Lord, holler for the Lord, and enough of them a fraud. See them a come, the sacred cow, with the attitude holier than thou. They don't mingle with non-Christian folk. They don't wanna be unequally yoked. Them cause me sin at them a want some way, because them go to church every Sunday while me in a bed I sleep some more. Cause me go a party the night before. Them first fornicator, first the crook, but them a do the same when nobody now look. Them a one day Christian. Them a one day Christian. 6 days a week they doing all kind of wrong. Sunday dress up in a white, Bible in their hand. Oh Lord, them a one day Christian. Hear this. I miss a one Sunday morning bright and early. The me a watch a service on TV. See the preacher a cry openly. That arose my curiosity. So me watch and me listen carefully, while the tears of the person flowed freely. Then after a while it occurred to me, the person really a cry for money. Him not cry for the poor family who have to go to bed every night early. Not cry for the South African country where black people trying to be free. Not cry for the youth who are suffer daily. Him a cry for money. But all of them go have to cry some more when the key man lock the door. Key man, lock the door. Key man lock the door and down. Yeah. Key man, lock the door. Key man lock the door and down. All of me know tough, controlled by greed and vanity. Them a live high with poor people money. They don't give a damn about the congregation as long as you show your collection. When my pilot come, I take an aeroplane ride. I will be so happy with the Father by my side. A house is not a home without an Lord inside. So when my pilot come, I take an aeroplane ride. I miss a person a preach on the pulpit, but when you check it out, him a big hypocrite. Sunday night him in a church a pray. Monday him a lead young woman a straight. Monday Christian.
I promised to return a call to somebody. Trust me, I can't remember who. And so if y'all if the person is listening, I would appreciate if you call me so I can listen to what you wanted to say, or we can have that discussion. Okay, the numbers are all mixed up here, so forgive me if you don't get that call. But I'll try to figure out which number it is, or if you're there, just give me a call. Okay, good.
Them a one day Christian. 6 days a week, they're doing all kind of wrong. Sunday dress up in a white, Bible in their hand. Oh Lord, them a one day Christian. Follow me now, hear this. They are true Christians everywhere, and you me attack, so have no fear. I beg you, don't feel no way. Just hear me when I say there are wolves among the sheep. There are wolves among the sheep. Be careful of the company that you keep. There are wolves among the sheep. Key man, lock the door. The key man lock the door and gone. Yeah. Key man, lock the door. The key man lock the door and gone. I me say when my pilot come, I'll take an aeroplane ride. I will be so happy with the Father by my side. A house is not a home without the Lord inside. So when my pilot come, I'll take an aeroplane ride. Say me can't take the corrupt preacher, them are the biggest book, biggest adulterer. These unholy backslider, I go on like them in a soap opera. But thank the Lord for the Inquirer, who expose them in the newspaper. Them